Well, hello everybody. My name is Craig Foss, and in this video presentation, I'm going to show you how I utilize Blackboard in my face-to-face or in-class classes. Each instructor will kind of tone their Blackboard presentation to their own particular needs and their own particular style. So I'm going to show you how I use mine. If you're not familiar with where I put things and how things work, this presentation will show you how to get in there. Also, you may be able to sneak in there and select a topic that's more to your liking if you see this video presentation before class, and because I afford you the opportunity here to select your topic if the course that you're taking has topic selections. So if I can get myself out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. Well, the first thing we need to get to the web browser. I've already got it up here, but if you go to Alvin College, web page, just do your little search, select on the web page. When you come up to the college web page, right up the top, you have a selection called My Blackboard. If you go ahead and click on My Blackboard, then it will come up to this login screen. Now, if you do not know your username and password, or if you've never logged in before, there's a rather simple method to find this out. Simply select this Verify Your Web Access ID. Click on that. Then you will come to this section that says, What is my user ID? You'll click on that. Then you'll put in your name and your social security number or your student ID number if you happen to have it, and click Submit. Not even going to send you an email. It's going to come right up on the screen. It will give you your username. We'll go back into Blackboard. The first time that you log into Blackboard, your password is going to be the same as your username. So you would put your username, whatever it is, and then for the password, you would also put in your username. I'll go ahead and put mine in now, or I'll let my password software put it in for me, and then we'll log in to the account. It's running a little slow. Okay, the launch page that you're going to come up with is something that you can customize any way you want. I went ahead and added the My Course modules here, so from this page I can select the course I want. And you can add modules to this by clicking on the Add Module, and then it will give you a list of different modules you can add into it. If you don't want to do that, the next way to find your courses is right here on the My Course tab. You click on that, and there will be a list of courses. If you haven't put them into the semester category, then they're going to be all listed there. If your first semester, that's not an issue, but if you had several semesters, you may want to do that. To do that, you want to click on this little cog. It'll bring up a thing, and then simply click on Group by Term, and then you can select which terms you want. I've only got one or two terms listed up here, and that's as far as I go. You can put whatever you want, but like I said, your first semester, you really don't need to do that because you've only got one semester's worth of courses up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at one of my face-to-face classes. I'm going to select the Fundamentals of Criminal Law. There's a little bit differences by course type, but this is a good one to look at. Because instead of having a report, you have a case review, but that's about the only major difference. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the student mode, so you will be looking at this from the perspective of the student instead of the instructor's mode. When you come into the page, you're going to be on the home page. And on this section, you'll have things like my announcements, what's new to do, alerts, and so forth. And if you have your, if there's a new announcement, it will be posted right here. They have things that are past due and so forth. They'll be there. The next section we're going to look at below that is going to be our course schedule and syllabus page. On this page, you will find the course, the syllabus. Simply click on the link to the syllabus. It will come up, and you can go ahead and read through that. It tells you everything that you need to know in your requirements for the course, so you probably want to look at that. We will talk about that on the first day of class. The next section, we have a My Grades. We'll go into that a little bit more in a minute, but you click on that, you can look at all your grades. Below that will be the course schedule. This is subject to change, but this is basically what we're going to be doing at when are the tests, when are the case studies or reports due, when are the presentations due, and so forth. And then below that will be a listing of my office hours. So that gives you the time that I'll be in the office, and you can come by and see me, or you can call me on the phone when I'm in office hours. Of course, you can always send me an email anytime to get in contact with me. The next tab we're going to look at is the exam tab, and there won't really be much up on this tab right now. We do have another link to My Grades. We also have the schedule for the exams. When the exams are available during class hours, on the day that they are to be taken, they will show up on this page. So if the class starts at say 8 a.m. and you come to this page at 7:59, the exam will not be there. You'll have to refresh the page for it to come up after 8 a.m. Also, about a week prior to each exam, there will be a review sheet that will have some key terms for you to look at. So about a week before the exam, you want to look for that and spend some time. We'll also talk about that in class to some degree. Next section will be the case review, will be the crime scene report, will be the research paper, whatever is the topic for your particular course. Now, for the legal classes, fundamental criminal law and legal aspects, we do 2 case reviews and no presentation. For the other classes, introductory in criminal crime in America and police systems, the corrections classes, we have a research paper and a presentation due. For the courts classes, we have a court observation research paper and presentation. And then finally, for the criminal investigation, there will be a crime scene, a mock crime scene, and there's no presentation for that. In lieu of the presentation, you actually do moot court, where you go testify in court. So we'll go ahead and look at these sections first. Again, there's another link to My Grades. We'll give you a lot of opportunities to find it. Then there will be instructions on what you're going to do. Now, for this particular course, we're doing 2 case reviews, and you have different topics. For this one, for the first case review, you're given a particular case, and you look at that. For the second case review, you're looking for a Texas case that has to do with a particular topic. For this, or for the classes that have a report where you do have a topic, you will want to select your topic. And one thing that is, watching this video, you get an up. If you watch it early enough, you can go in and select your topic before everybody else, unless they've also watched the video and come in here. To select a topic, scroll on down to the area where it is the case review, one selection. There'll be research paper topic selection and so forth. Simply click on that. It will bring you up to a Google spreadsheet. If you're using Chrome, or I believe it works in Firefox also, you can type in your name next to the topic. Do not erase anybody else's name out. Once they select it, it is theirs. You can't decide you want to take it from them. And if you are unable to type it in on the first day of class, we will do our topic selections also, so you'll be able to select there. But if you can't, use Chrome. And I'm pretty sure it works in Firefox, if I remember correctly. And then you will be able to type in your name. Now, if you're in the even one of the legal classes, be sure to select both your Case 1 topic and your case 2 topic, because you will need to select both of them. Once you type your name in there, simply go back to the, another, you can just click on something else to go to a different page or sign out. You don't have to hit any kind of save button. Now, when it goes to submitting your case review or your research paper, the links will not be visible like they are. Didn't realize I didn't have this set up in this course. You will have to do a quick quiz where you acknowledge that the paper's not plagiarized and that you have followed all of the instructions and the requirements for the topic. Once you acknowledge that, make 100% on that little quiz, then the case review submission, the report submission, or whatever it is for your particular course, will be visible. Once it's visible, we'll simply click on it, and then you can look at the rubric that's used for grading. It will show up right here. That will tell you how I'm grading things. And then you can also submit your paper. To do that, you want to hit Browse My Computer. Then you will find your report wherever you have it, and then you will click Open. That will upload it. Once you've done that, I've got to get this moved down a little so I can hit the Submit button. Hang on, I'm going to have to bring my video up. Whoops. See if it will let me. Nope. Okay. It's not going to let me. Hang on just a second. Hit the Submit button. You see me struggling here. It's because there is a picture of myself over the section where I'm trying to hit the Submit button. Now I've got it actually up there. What it will do is then submit the paper. You can actually view it, make sure it's the right paper. I've had people submit papers that were draft copies of things. And if it is the wrong one, then go back and submit the correct one. I've got it generally set up to allow you multiple submissions, and eventually it's taken a while to generate, but eventually it would generate the paper. Okay, now the next section that we're going to look at are the weekly tabs. In each weekly tab, we will look at what we're going to do for that week. This is where you will find the quizzes. This is where you will find the introductory quiz, the chapter quizzes. It's very important that you take these quizzes before the class period where we're going to discuss the topic. So in this class on Thursday of the first week, we're going to look at the first chapter, or the overview of Texas legal guidelines, which is the first chapter, and you have to read it and take the quiz before class. So this is where you're going to come to click on to take it before class. And now I can't reiterate enough how important it is to take every quiz. My policy is to take the 10 best quizzes as long as you take all quizzes. I will not drop a quiz that you either make a 0 on, which means you did not make much of an effort. I will not drop a quiz where you have made, didn't take it. I have had, in a very recent semesters, 2 different students who failed the course simply because they didn't take every quiz. Had they taken every quiz and gotten me the dropped quiz, granted, they would have made a D in the class, but they would have passed the class. So take the quiz. There are only 5 questions. They will not be available after the time period when the deadline is, and you will not be able to do a retake on the quiz unless you have technical problems. And if you do have a technical problem, you need to let me know. Now, as you should be aware by now, or maybe you're not aware, you cannot miss classes in this course, but I understand things happen, so I allow you to make up to 5 missed classes if you miss them. And when you miss a class, there's going to be, each week there is a missed class folder that you will click on. It comes up. On the missed class folder, you will find videos of the material that was covered during the week that you missed. And in this case, for week 1, there was an introductory and a plagiarism video. And then you will find a quiz that is marked for the date that you that you missed. Okay, so if you missed class on, in this case, January 17th, you would take the January 17th quiz. And then in this case, there was another video to cover the second class, and it would again be a quiz for January 19th. So let's go ahead and look at another week where we only cover one chapter. It's always nice when this system is running a little slow when you're trying to produce a video, but we'll see. Okay, maybe we won't. There you go, finally. Okay, so we'll look at missed class for the second week. And this week we're only looking at one chapter in the book, or one section. So you'll have one video and you'll have two different quizzes. Now be sure to take the appropriate quiz for the day you missed, keeping in mind that you must make a 70% on these quizzes in order to get credit for the class. And you are only allowed to make up 5 classes. If you don't make 70 or better on the quiz, or if you do not make up a quiz, or you have more than 5, then you start losing 10 points for every missed class off your final grade, which is a full letter grade at the end. So make sure you make them up. Now, if you don't make 70 on the first try, you have unlimited tries. The questions stay the same, so it shouldn't take you too many tries to figure out what all is going on. Now, and again, each week we will have a list of what is going on that week. Let's go. I think it's week 5 for the exam in this class. Hang on, let me find the right week. And again, in this class we have an exam on the Tuesday. It's obviously a Tuesday-Thursday class. So we have information about the exam. You click on the exam tab, and when you go to that exam, then the exam should be visible. Exams must be taken. You must start them within 10 minutes of the start of the class, or again, you will be considered late. You will not have to make them up because you're going to take the exam to do a makeup. However, it will count as one of your late classes, and again, remember there's a limit of 5. So exactly how do the exams and quizzes work? I'll go back to week 1 because I've got a little practice test that's just to show you how they work. When the exam or quiz is available, you simply click on the title of it, and it will bring you up to a little page that tells you about it. In this case, you have a 15-minute time limit, and when you're ready to take it, simply click on the begin button. And you will get one question at a time. In this case, who was the father of the country? Lincoln, Franklin, Washington, or Adams? I think we all know that answer. So we come to the second question. Now, Alvin Community College is located where? Austin, Dallas, New York City, or Alvin? Well, it's either New York City or Alvin. I'm not real sure. So in this case, what I might want to do is make a note on a piece of paper, do my best guess so I come back to it, or I can just simply leave it blank, and that's what we're going to do here to show you what the computer will do if you leave it blank. So we're going to click the small arrow over here that will bring us to the next question. You don't have to hit save. When you hit this arrow, it will automatically save it. Now this one, the answer to this question is false, so I guess we'll probably hit false. And the next question, 1 plus 1 equals, I guess we could say 2. And then on our final question, the answer to this question is true. So I guess we'll click on true. So now we've done the test, and we go ahead and hit save and submit. But, oh no, we never answered question 2. So up here is a warning. The following questions may be incomplete. 2. Click cancel to return to the test, or OK to submit the assessment. Don't click OK. Don't just go, question 2 is incomplete. Okay, I hit OK well, that's not going to work. Follow the instructions. You want to hit cancel. I had one student had 4 questions he missed once on a test. He told me, yeah, it said, hit, and I just went ahead. Oh, okay, I missed 4 questions. I hit OK and go back. And no, you submitted the test. So hit cancel. Now, I could navigate back to the question number 2 by hitting the back arrows, but, that may take a little bit of time if this were a 80 question exam like our final is. So what we want to do is we want to press this little arrow here, and that will bring us up to the question completion status. You notice the question number 2 is white and the rest of them are grayed out. The grayed out ones are ones you've already answered. You can navigate to one you've already answered if you want to go back and review it and change your answer. But in this case, we're going to go back to number 2. We're going to go ahead and say that, yes, Alvin Community College is in Alvin. Now we're done. We can then hit that. The arrow is over to go back to the last one. We can get this double arrow that will bring us to the last one. Or we can hit this question number 5 in this case that will bring us to the last one. We'll hit the double arrows. Doesn't matter which one you use, but you've got to go to the last question in order to submit the test. Now we're going to hit save and submit. Now our warning is that the test submission confirmation. There's no warnings in here. So we click OK. It's going to come up to a screen that tells us we took 3 minutes to complete this exam. Then we click OK on this, and now it's going to give us our results. In this case, we got 50 out of 50 points, because that's how many, each question was worth 10 points. If you go down here, it will give you the question, and it give you the number of points that you obtained for completing that question. So if it's right, you get 10 out of 10 points, or however many points is assigned to that particular item. So that kind of covers the how to submit the test on weeks when there are like the research paper due or the presentations due. There'll be a link on that page to for you to click on to get to the the tab so you can submit them. Well, looking forward to seeing y'all in class. Hey, if you want to grab your topics before class starts and beat somebody to that one particular topic that you want, go ahead and do it, and we'll see you soon.